Next week, the Anti-Defamation League will release its data on anti-Semitic incidents in 2025. Unfortunately, records were set in 23 and 24. There were more than 18,000 incidents in those 2 years alone, and that's more than 2015 through 2022 combined. So we're talking about a 900% increase in anti-Semitic incidents over a decade.
Yeah, joining us now is USC law professor and Jewish community leader, Sam Yebri. Sam, thank you so much for joining us and talking about this very important issue.
It's good to be with you. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Well, sadly, here in LA, a man was attacked outside a synagogue Monday night, and of course, the LAPD is investigating as a hate crime. What's the feeling in the Jewish community right now as you continue to see this increase in anti-Semitic incidents around you?
Yes, the Los Angeles Jewish community is on edge with virtually no consequences for the perpetrators of these hate crimes and largely inaction and silence from our leaders. And as a Jewish Angelino and a parent, I'm very worried every single day about the safety of my own children from anti-Jewish violence and hate. It is surging to historic numbers in Los Angeles, making LA one of the most affected cities in all of America.
You know, a few weeks ago, this has been a big topic, obviously, the protests happening on campus, but specifically at UCLA, the Undergraduate Student Council protested a freed Israeli hostage speaking on that campus. School administrators and a UC regent did condemn that protest, but can we talk about the current climate on college campuses and why it's become so contentious?
It's not just college campuses, it's high schools, it's elementary schools. This anti-Semitism, some call it anti-Zionism, related to events in the Middle East, are seeping into our curriculum. And it is a scary time to be a Jewish student at any school, college, university right now. And from watching horrid events in London, Paris, and across the world, we know what happens when leaders continue to turn a blind eye and allow Jew hatred to take over a city or a society. And it's imperative that our leaders take action now before violent anti-Semitism becomes a daily occurrence in Los Angeles.
I'm glad you brought up, I just want to follow up with you. What do you have to say to people who say anti-Zionism is different than anti-Semitism and they don't see the two the same?
Yeah, it's a great question. So criticism of any foreign government, any foreign policy is obviously appropriate and fair, but it's never justified to attack a group, here in this case, Jewish people, or use the language of terrorist groups like globalized intifada to punish that group. And let's be clear, the explosion of anti-Semitism is not confined to one ideology or one source right now. Politically, it's happening from the far left, the far right, from foreign sources. But what's most troubling is how normalized and socially acceptable that it's become. And we need our leaders to stop ignoring just this crisis or giving out the same platitude that hate has no place in Los Angeles. There's some real tangible steps that our leaders in Los Angeles can take.
Let's speak more on that, Sam. Can you talk more about how Zionism, anti-Zionism, and anti-Semitism, how these all intersect?
Sure. So anti-Zionism rejects the idea that the Jewish people should live in our ancestral homeland of Israel. We can debate the merits of policies in the Middle East, whether it's the war or other activities of foreign governments. But when you say the Jewish people, unlike any other people in the world, have no right to live there, or you advocate for violent resistance or an intifada against the people in Israel, which include Jews, Arabs, Israelis, Christians, a large population of various backgrounds, you are actively threatening the lives of people in Israel, but also Jewish people and people who support the U.S.-Israel relationship in America, and that's not okay. So you can criticize a policy, you can criticize a war or leadership, but to reject the idea that the Jewish people should live safely in our ancestral homeland is anti-Semitism.
I think that's an important distinction for people, so I'm glad we talked about that. You did speak out against Kanye West being allowed to play at SoFi Stadium. Since then, I mean, so many European countries have just blocked him from performing, saying we're not going to have this. The UK even banned him from entering their country. So can we talk about how do you feel about SoFi's decision and Kanye's efforts to apologize as recently for past anti-Semitic comments?
So this is not about canceling an artist or stifling speech. It's about profiting from anti-Semitic songs, T-shirts, conspiracy theories, and that's what Kanye has done in the past, yay. And while he's made some efforts to apologize he's continuing the same activities. And it's really disappointing to see an institution like SoFi that a lot of us enjoy and visit and support profiting from that same violent anti-Semitism. And I think this is an opportunity to learn, actually, frankly, from our counterparts in Europe who put down a very clear red line saying this is not okay. There's steps that Ye and others can take to reverse the anti-Semitism. But the songs, the T-shirts, these theories have not been rejected by him, and frankly, they're putting Jewish people across the world at risk.
Wow. Well, Sam Yebri, thank you so much for this timely and always important discussion. We appreciate it.
It was good to be with you. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you.